Coming to you from the floor of the CME Group, I'm Eric Wolfman Wilkinson. Let's get in the zone, the cash money zone. It's Wolfman Wednesday, May 9th. We've got a lot of stuff to go over. Well, I want to talk about real quick, briefly, ahead of this USDA report we have here in the grain room tomorrow. Basically, what I was talking about a couple weeks ago, we were down at these levels in the S&Ps, right? And then what I want to call the Apple turnover, we were trading at these levels, but the Apple future, or the Apple earnings, came out better than expected, which sent the market up above 1,400. All of that was the euphoria of the Apple earnings. And I was talking about it through that whole rally, how we should be looking at the numbers that were coming out and that they were pretty bearish. So we've retraced that whole hangover, and now we're trading a little bit below. I think that we're going to be trading around this 1344, which is the yearly POC, which I've talked about. I've kind of misspoken a couple times here on the CMZ. The monthly POC is up at 1363. The yearly is at 1344 here. I don't think you're going to see a lot of volume traded here, but you will see a lot of time spent back and forth as the bulls and the bears try and battle it out. I think you might see a 1325 on the downside as the bears start taking control here. It looks like that could be the mantra for the next couple weeks, but like I said, right around this area it looks pretty good to me. Into the grain room, we got this USDA report coming out, and like I've talked about, all these USDA reports come out and send this market limit locked up or down. Why? Because the number comes out at 7:30, but this market doesn't open until 9:30. So during that time, the market is in flux. What do people do during that time when they can see that they need to buy their futures or get out of them ahead of the opening bell? Well, it's called the OTC market, over the counter. You can call up somebody, get on that market, and basically create a trade through Clearport, which is CME, on the OTC market and get out of your futures. But what I was talking about, last year, the next 6 weeks coming down, it was the biggest number we've seen in history. Basically what happened was we sent futures limit down, and the options traded synthetically 40 cents below that. So it was like a 75-cent swing, the biggest move in the history of these grains, including that synthetic move. Now, what is on tap for tomorrow? It's the supply and demand number. It also has in there the production, how much they actually plant. Remember the last number we talked about? It was what they planned to plant. This is going to be telling us what they actually did plant, what the progress of it is, and what the speculation is on the supply and demand. So these numbers could be huge. Like I said yesterday, China is expected to come into these markets and buy more than they've ever bought before. We're already seeing that. They're ahead of schedule right now. Looked like they were going to do 4 million metric tons of corn. They're well on pace to doing 5 million metric tons. That number could go into flux tomorrow, but we'll find out a little bit tighter what these numbers are going to be saying, all right? So if you can't take that, take it easy. Sorry, coffee.